February the 2nd. Welcome
Hello,
to Live
we're
at
here
5.
with Jeremy Kushnier. Yay!
All good. Now, we've got some
People are
very
coming in.
exciting news today, Beth.
We do.
In case you haven't heard already, people, James Corden is going to host the Tony Awards, which was the obvious choice. It needed to happen, and it's going to happen.
You're so passionate. I love it.
Oh, come on, he's going to kill it, Beth.
Of course he is.
He's going to kill it.
He can sing.
Yes.
He's a Tony winner.
Yes. I mean,
he's
Broadway,
comic timing genius. That's not even a sentence, but that, you know what I mean.
Broadway karaoke. I mean, Broadway carpool karaoke. I mean, I don't even know.
But
Just
he's not
so
going to be
much.
in a car. He's going to be at the Beacon Theater.
He is.
On
Yes.
June 12th. Is
June
that right?
12th. Yeah.
Tony Awards. It's going to be amazing.
It's going
so exciting.
to be great. And the fact they've announced him this far out means they have got so much planned.
They're locking him down. And he's British. Someone's pointing that out.
He is British.
Yeah.
And he does have huge experience, a lot of experience at hosting big live events. He did so in the UK for years with the Brit Awards, which is the UK's version of the Grammys, but is much naughtier and messier and harder to host, basically. And
Like
he
only
was
the Brits
amazing.
can do.
He's
He's
amazing
going
at
to be
that.
unflustered no matter what
Oh
happens.
yeah, the ad-libbing is going to be
Live.
great. So moving on, Tony winner Simon Stevens, who you interviewed.
I did.
His show on Broadway, Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, is still running. He's got another show coming to Broadway.
Yes.
Heisenberg
starring Tony winner Mary Louise Parker and Dennis Arndt. They did it off Broadway.
They did.
And it got great reviews. It was a big sold-out show, and now it's coming to Broadway.
So two-hander, that's happening in the fall, so next season. This was also interesting today. Ben Platt.
Little
finally been announced
guy,
that Ben Platt
Pitch Perfect
is reprising his role in Dear Evan Hansen.
Awesome.
Which, yes, we sort of suspected was going to happen, but it's
had
now.
an idea.
And that's off Broadway now, but it has a lot of buzz around it. So we shall see if it transfers.
You're buzzing the buzz right now.
I am buzzing the buzz.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Colby Minifi, did I say that right?
I have no idea.
She completes the cast of Long Day's Journey in Tonight with Jessica Lange.
A classic.
But Caitlin McNaney did some beautiful photos of her on the site, so go check those out. Meanwhile, Andre Ward, who was in Rock of Ages, is going to begin performances in Something Rotten tonight. That just got announced.
Very good.
He's going to be the minstrel.
Yes, Paul, it's Wear Black to Work Day. It's Black Tuesday, Paul.
Hello, boss.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, yes, we're doing Live at 5. Go back to being busy and important. Meanwhile, also Alice Ripley and Emmy Skinner will be doing Unattached to 54 Below.
And watch their Esca they sing a little. It's worth
They
watching.
do.
It's really good.
Fiddler's going to have a cast album. Big surprise there.
Wow.
And leading odds and ends today that's about to go up, Errant of 8, Cynthia Erivo, and various others have been tapped for Miscast 2016. And that's the benefit where they all sing songs from shows they would never be cast in, or from roles they would never be cast in.
Right. And we have some news that we're going to break right here on Periscope. It's nowhere else yet. Do you know what I'm going to talk about?
Yes.
Our next vlogger. This is the most important thing in your life. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
It's not James Corden.
Oh no, don't press the button.
Okay.
Press the button. Go ahead. Are you ready for the vlogger? I don't even know when this starts. Our next Broadway.com video blogger is Adam Cantor from Fiddler on the Roof, who plays Model, and the name of it is Model Citizen. M-O-T-E-L, ladies and gentlemen.
Very good.
Yay.
Very good. Did you come up with that one?
I'm not going to say.
You normally do. Beth normally does.
That's
She's
a
good
little
at
bit
those.
embarrassing, so I'm not going to say.
Right, shall I leave? Because actually no one wants to see me.
I want to see you, but I want to see Jeremy Kushnier more.
Exactly. Bye-bye, everybody.
I'm going to move this closer. Yay, so, that wasn't planned. Hello, look, the people are looking at you. Hi, Jeremy.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Again.
Jeremy, to see you again because last night we saw each other.
Yes.
At a little show called Sheer Madness. It was so much fun.
It's super fun.
This is my first time seeing Sheer Madness.
Okay. Yeah, because we've been. The show has been around for well over 30 years now, and but brand new to New York. You know, it's their first foray into.
People think it's been here. It's never been here, but it's been in Boston since the dawn of man, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
Since
officially.
I think either Moses or Jesus, one of them reviewed it originally. Yeah. It was.
Were you playing Moses or were you playing? Okay, so
I was covering both.
You're covering. That's a little inside joke, you guys. So Jeremy's here. Jeremy's well known around these parts for playing a few parts you might have known. Want to talk about your resume?
You can.
Maybe you saw him in Rent.
Rent, sure.
Maybe you saw him in Footloose. That would have. You must be very old if you saw him in Footloose. That was a long time
Easy
ago.
now.
Okay, sorry. And I mean, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot. You've done a lot. Jersey Boys.
Jersey Boys.
I mean, now you're doing Sheer Madness. You're not singing.
Not singing. No, there's a lot of screaming. There's a lot
little
of
vocal control.
There's a lot. Yes.
So how much of this? I don't know how much I can talk about Sheer Madness because there's so much of it that's surprising.
Yeah, you do.
Aida, people are just talking about your resume now, but Slay.
And I never did Aida on Broadway though. Just
That's
on the
okay.
national tour.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We still love you. We love you all over the country and other countries. So what's your they're gonna ask questions and I'm gonna ask questions.
Yeah, you why don't you?
I'm gonna
why don't you
moderate
guide
the
me?
questions.
You moderate.
So someone wants to know what's your favorite show you've ever done?
Oh, that's tough. I mean, in New York, probably Footloose, only because it was the show that brought me here, and
Great cast, great songs.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people blamed us for being the first jukebox musical, which is a really cool thing to carry around with you for the rest of your life.
Word.
There's
Credit,
a lot of blame.
Credit,
Oh, there's credit. Oh, there's credit. Yeah, no. But you know, everything that you know, all this, I've gotten really lucky as far as the stuff that I've gotten to play, and just always sort of looking forward to the next thing. But doing Sheer Madness is a blast, and it's a lot of fun.
I don't even
Can
want
we
to answer
discuss
this.
Footloose, your tight shirts, and your boobies?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I mean,
Look,
why was it in quotations?
I don't understand
Like-
that question. Listen, you looked great in Footloose.
Thanks.
You had some great hair.
Yeah, there was the hair that I'm glad that hair is gone. Actually,
It was a signature thing.
it was
Oh, any pre-show rituals?
with a lot of drinking, really, mostly just no.
Like tea?
Yeah, tea. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what I thought
That's
you
what it
meant.
is.
Yeah.
No, I just one of the cool things that we do over at Sheer Madness actually is there's a lot of, because the show is so topical and because the show is so we try to keep it as relevant joke wise as we can.
There were jokes in there that were relevant to yesterday.
Yeah, we try to do
It's
that.
amazing.
We try
So
to do
who's adding that in? You guys?
Everybody. You know, our director will send us, our director, Bruce Jordan, who's also the writer, he will send us emails and be like, hey guys, have you heard about this? Or we'll just email each other and text each other, or we'll be sitting around
So
in the
you
dressing
really
room.
get input in this show.
Oh yeah, you sort of have to. Because,
I don't know how much
because
of
it's
this
your
is
ass out there
scripted.
too. Like, you know, if you've got a joke that's not landing or that's old and you know it, you're like, guys, we have to find something for this.
Update it
We've got to
now.
find something for the Pope joke because it's not working anymore.
This is why it's run for so long, because it's up to date.
Yeah.
It's not like you're walking into a period piece.
No, not at all. Not
So
at all.
people want to know what's the hardest thing about being in Sheer Madness.
The hardest thing about being in Sheer Madness. Well, the problem is that I look guilty anyway. So
It's the
trying to
face.
convince people that I'm not a murderer.
Let's explain what it is.
But I have
because
to do that on the daily. I feel like that's something
Just
that
like
I,
getting on the
walking down
subway,
the street.
yeah.
Like wasn't me, sir.
Can I just leave this Dwayne Reed?
Yes.
My pockets,
you know,
yeah.
Exactly.
So I don't know how much I can talk about Sheer Madness without giving it away.
What we could say is that
let's
if
give
it-
people the basics of it, because I walked in, believe it or not, knowing very little.
I mean, I think that's the best way to walk into it. What it is it's a whodunit. It's sort of a mystery that there is a lot of audience interaction. And a lot of people sort of have compared us to a non-musical Edwin Drood. The funny thing about it is that this show actually predates Edwin Drood.
Really?
Yeah. So you know, a lot of people say, well, it's kind of like, you know, like they took a lot of stuff from Edwin Drood. Actually, they sort of
Maybe
predates
it's the other way around, people.
Yeah, you never know. But what it does do is it allows the audience a real input. You know, we say that there's a seventh character, and it's really the audience, and they
And
show
there
up
were
and they don't know their
kids last
lines, and
night, and it was
they've not been to
amazing.
any rehearsals.
Yeah, they're not
They're
been
luckily
rehearsed.
also not getting paid. But
True.
and there are kids. You know, it is. Although there are, you know, my kids have seen it. Nora.
Hi,
and
Nora. Hi,
Pats.
Aw, they're 4 and 6.
4 and 6, and they both voted me the killer.
So yeah, so you get to
Thanks,
vote
guys.
for the killer.
Or maybe they both didn't. But yeah, I mean,
That's kind of awkward. When
there,
your
you get to
kids
you,
vote
you
for
get to have you definitely have a decision in how the sort of the play turns out, or how the play sort of goes down a road. It's great. It's a lot of fun. It's funny. I always say it's kind of like a mashup of like an Agatha Christie play and an episode of Three's Company. It's
Perfect.
Yeah,
What's not to like? So people want to know your dream role.
my dream role. I have a lot of them. Honestly, my
Put it
biggest
out
dream
there.
role has left the city, but I always wanted to do Hedwig ever since I was.
Just left the city for a bit.
It'll be back. It'll be back.
You just want to put on those fishnets.
I always did. You know, ever since downtown, ever since the Jane Street Theater, I was the biggest head that there was. I paid to see that
And you've
show
got the right
4 or
voice
5
for it.
times. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
So you must, considering that the phone just rang, you must really work on your improv a lot for Sheer Madness. Are you really reacting to the audience, which I love so much? Or, okay, I'm going to just assume those are not plants, that's a real audience, because it looked like a real audience.
It was a real audience. No, we papered the house for you last night.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we
That's so
found out
special.
you were coming, and we called all of our friends. No, I think that you kind of just doing the show is a workout in. I hesitate to call it improv, because it's really not. I mean,
Maybe
it's
just
really
listening.
sort of scripted improv, but it really is listening. I mean, that's really what it is, and that's any actor, that's what you should be doing. So it's a good exercise. If nothing else, it's an amazing exercise in remembering like what you have to do, because if you're not listening in the show, you're really screwed.
Somebody wants to know if you've been voted the murderer yet. I don't know if we should tell them.
You got to show up. You have to come and see the show.
And then you can have your vote, have your say. How was the Footloose reunion at 54 Below?
Well, we missed you, S. Marcus TV.
Or were you there?
Or were you there? No, it was great. We had a great time. It was really nice to see all those people again. It was nice to see, because we had a lot of them
You have a
came back.
flood of
and
memories.
There really was. You know, it's almost 20 years.
It doesn't feel like it, but it's amazing.
It did that night.
Yeah.
But it was nice. It was really great. Thank you.
Really cool.
Yeah, it was
Really
really
cool.
fun. But yeah, so what did you think? What were your thoughts of?
I loved it.
of
It's
the
so much
Madness?
fun. I really didn't know what I was walking into. And at first I was like, what is this play? I completely forgot about the whodunit part. I didn't really do my homework walking in. I was
That's
like, I'm
okay.
just going to go to the theater. My
Honestly-
husband and I had a great time. We had a great time.
They asked who was the favorite person I've ever worked with. There's a lot, and it's funny because a lot of them I worked with in the Footloose times, and a lot of them are about to be on Broadway or off Broadway really soon, or already are. Guys like Christian Borle is one of my favorite guys to work with. I just think he's one of the nicest guys in the
So
world.
sweet. And so funny.
Jen Laura Thompson, who's going to be, we just talked about Dear Evan Hansen, which I got a chance to see at the Arena Stage, and get ready to. Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
Oh my God!
I'm excited to see it.
I think it was one of my favorite things that I've seen in the past 5 or 10 years. It's
Amazing.
Incredible. Bring a box of Kleenex. But Ben Platt is incredible, like show-stoppingly incredible. And Jen Laura Thompson is in it, and she's amazing. She's
Always
a
good.
Fantastic person to work with. So there you go.
Yeah. So, okay, how often do you walk into your house and you go, this is sheer madness? I just thought you would do it all the time. Am I wrong?
Always.
I would think.
Yeah.
Because you've got 2 kids.
I do have 2 kids.
It's sheer madness.
It is sheer madness. My life is sheer madness.
Someone asked before if you have any hair cutting skills. Now, you're not actually a hairdresser in the show.
The
But
good
do you ever
thing
walk
about-
in and be like, can I have a little off the top? Do you ever do that?
No. The good thing about my part in the show is there's a lot of hair washing and a lot of hair styling that happens in the show, and I don't have to deal with any of it, because although it seems
coiffed,
like
you walk in coiffed.
I don't ever have to
coiffed.
deal with that. There are some people that get on a 2-show day, you're getting your hair washed 2-3 times. So
And it's flu season, people.
not one of their favorite moments to have to do. Although it's very funny.
It's very funny.
I'm glad that I don't have
think
to
it's
deal
like
with any of
relaxing
that.
to sit there and get your hair washed. Not so much, huh?
Twice a day in front of
crowds?
300 of your closest friends.
I have no idea. I've never had a public hair washing.
Really?
Like that. Yeah, and I'm not.
I think I know what we're doing.
What's your favorite Broadway show that you were not in? You were in all of them, so it's so hard to choose.
My favorite Broadway show that I was
besides Hedwig, because you're
not in.
a head.
Hedwig, it was great. What was my favorite Broadway show that I was not in? That's a really good question. I don't know. I mean, I was in Rent, and that was one of my favorites. You know what? Spring Awakening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also a rock and roll
unfortunately, I didn't get to see this last version because of our schedules. They never worked out.
It was beautiful.
But I heard that it was beautiful. But once again, if I pay to see theater and pay several times to see theater, I like it a lot.
What's the best audience question you've gotten at Sheer Madness?
Am I single?
Oh, I wish I knew that.
Yeah, see. No, what was my experience like in Jesus Christ Superstar? Hard. Amazing and hard.
I saw you in Jesus Christ Superstar.
That was the strangest.
We all did.
Yeah.
We all did.
A lot of people did.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird situation for people who don't know, because you were covering Josh Young.
It was amazing that the opportunity to get to cover Jesus, Judas, and Pilate.
That shows a range, you guys.
That's a range.
It's range
you're
of
really
just
lucky to get to do it, and
it's a large moral compass right there.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a test of patience and will and I don't know, humility, I guess, which I struggle with.
You struggle with humility?
I do. It's hard being perfect.
I know, you and Donald Trump have the same problem.
It's true.
I've always thought
Similar
about that
hair.
about
Mine
you.
just sort of goes back. His sort of goes to the side.
Yeah, it's like your hair and your humility.
Those are the two. It's all the H's.
And the killer face.
The hubris.
Oh my god. Look, they're just crying, laughing now. Hi, thank you for your
Or they're just crying.
Or just.
They could be just crying.
Well, there's another question. What challenge would you like to hit on your career? On your career.
I would like to be challenged with huge sums of money. I think that would be a challenge. I think that is something that
for
I'm
your
ready
humility.
for my humility and my hair.
And for walking into your house and going, this is sheer madness.
This is sheer madness.
Yeah, so guys, producers that are watching, because I know all the producers of Broadway and off Broadway, they watch Periscope.
Do they? Are they all on it?
That's what they do. And they all want to throw money at you now just to see how you handle it.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm
Because,
totally ready.
I mean, New World Stages is a hotbed of,
It is.
millionaire
of humility
producers.
and hubris and hair now because
It's
of sheer
true.
madness.
It's true.
No, well, one of the big challenges I would like to do is I got the chance to do my first Shakespeare.
You were
this past year.
Iago.
I was Iago in Othello, and it was one of my favorite things
I
that I've
felt
ever
some
had.
Iago moments from you last night in sheer madness.
I sort of that comes by naturally.
Really?
I feel Iago moments every day that I walk down the street.
Because
Unfortunately,
he's Iago. There's some madness there.
there is madness. There you go. But yeah, no, I would love a chance to do some Shakespeare on Broadway.
I would love to see you do Shakespeare. So someone asks, what's the hardest scene you've had to perform? Ever?
Ever?
That's hard.
That
That's
is
a hard
hard.
question.
It is a hard question. Yeah, should I tell that one? Well,
yes,
you
should
know,
you?
I've done shows because you don't always like the people you work with. You know, I can,
What?
it's not. It doesn't always happen. And I won't name the show nor the actress that I was working with, but I had to be very close with an actress on stage and in a loving way, and we
Think we can figure
hated
this out,
each other.
guys?
We hated each other.
Oh, we're going to talk.
But we hated each other so much that people would ask us after the show if we were dating.
Because the
there's
chemistry
such a
was-
fine line between
Well, there's a
hate
fiery...
and love.
I
We're
must
finding that
know.
right now.
Yeah, are we?
I think so.
Oh,
Well, we're going to. If not, by the end of this, we will find.
I'm feeling a little warm.
So yeah,
So,
no,
yeah.
but that was probably the hardest. The hardest thing in the world would be to have to
deal with somebody you don't like.
to give a crap about somebody that you'd rather
Everyone
see
has
them
office
fall off the
politics,
stage.
people, even if you're just on a stage.
It's true. It's true. I try to not have office politics, but you know it's hard. You're a family. You live together. You're on top of each other for a
You're
huge
washing each
portion of
other's
the day.
hair.
You're
It's
washing
just,
each other's
there's
hair.
a lot going on.
You're trying to kill each other.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot.
So someone asked what your first... Well, someone asked... I'll ask that question in a second, Nikki Rose. But someone asked, what was your first role ever?
My first role ever, well, my first professional role ever was Oliver in the musical Oliver at Rainbow Stage in Winnipeg.
How old were you?
I was 12?
Canadians, people, they walk among us.
Yes.
And someone wants to know what you do in your free time. I'm going to say you Instagram.
I Google myself, mostly. See
Working on the humility.
It really, I check Broadway.com to see if I've got any jobs coming up, and
Yeah.
usually
Shakespeare roles opening up for
see
you.
if there's anything
See if
happening.
Mark Rylance
for me.
dropped out of anything.
Yep, because
mhm.
we go for a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I should just call him.
You
It's
should.
been a long time, Mark.
Yeah.
We should talk. What do I do in my spare time? I write music. My brother's a screenwriter,
I knew
and
this.
we're in the process of getting ready to film his first feature film. So I learn lines.
Oh.
Most
You
you know,
work.
most yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, like, I guess a lot of actors have talked about this, but the job of acting, to me, the work is the time between jobs and the time you're trying to get the job. The actual job is not work. I mean, that's like it can be hard and you can be tired.
Like the onstage part doesn't
No, it's
feel
fun.
like a
We
job
get to
that's
play. You know?
unless you hate your co-star.
Unless you hate your co-star. But even then, you're thinking about ways that you could
piss them off. Off them. Yeah, so have you had a lot of murderous thoughts lately?
Lately, no, I've been really good. I think I get them out on the show. I think I get them out in the show.
Yeah, just in the show.
I get them out in the show. No, I don't have to think about
Killing anybody.
Killing, you know.
That's a relief. It really is. Hey, Jeremy.
Mhm.
Thanks for coming into Periscope Land with us.
Thanks for having me. It was a
Such
blast.
a great time seeing you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for
Go
having
see
me,
Sheer
guys.
Madness at New World
Yep.
Stages. I'm going to turn this off now.
All right.